Claire go too
being
far
with a
with this,
dude
y'all.
got somebody. You never seen that. I'm my type of woman. If a man with me, he with me. I don't do second place. I never
Smelling a
have.
little
I got 2
insecurity
Olympic
here.
gold medals, 19 world championships. Why would I have to be second place to another woman for? Like, what do I look like? You know what I'm saying? So
Hey, look,
that's
man.
my thing of like,
Bars on Wheels, a journey to save hip hop, out now, produced by my brother Sean 2 Miles, by the way. He did the whole project.
Put that shit out so quick. He said, because you is second. You is second to my wife.
Claire go too
being
far
with a
with this,
dude
y'all.
got
It's time to sip that coffee, get your mind right, and vibe with the queen herself. We're dishing out hot topics, wellness tips of the day, and things that make you go, Let's get this palace party started.
Listen, good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. We are skipping over the Wednesday morning corporate segment and jumping straight into Claressa Shields. I don't even fool with Claressa like that. If the truth be told, I do not. I've never been able to get into the Claressa of it all just because I've always deemed her as young, dumb, immature, overly aggressive, and throws her weight around just to prove a point. And I said what I said. And let me tell you something about Claressa. She be perusing these YouTube and Instagram streets. And she just may get in your inbox behind some stuff that you done said or some shit that you say if she don't like it. She's that kind of girl. I know that for a fact, okay? So I don't really fool with Claressa at all. And the question may be, well, why now? Well, I came across a few clips the other day while I was on the aircraft. I was doing some traveling and I had time. Oh, I had time. So as I'm, scrolling and kind of looking, I came across an interview that Papoose did on The Breakfast Club. And I really had an opportunity to tune in and just hear what this girl is talking about. And I ain't like it. I don't like your demeanor. I don't like your tone. I ain't like nothing about it. I feel like, girl, don't play. You are seconds. You are with another woman's husband. Period, point blank. I don't care how you slice it and dice it. And we just going to get right into it. I'm going to share some of these clips. I was like, I know you lying. I know you fucking crazy. You don't come second to nobody, girl. And it's what is given to me is he can't really leave because you going to beat him up. That's what it's given. That he can't leave because you going to whoop his ass if he try to. And she's made it very clear in several interviews that she can fight and she can beat him up. But she doesn't flex like that. But I think you would. I really do. Let's take a look at a few of the clips from The Breakfast Club. Y'all, when I tell you this is bananas to me, I mean bananas. Give me a 1 in the chat when you can see my screen. We just gonna jump right in. I don't even feel like I need to warm y'all up on this. Claressa hasn't deserved that, from me yet. Look, they said when this was the look on her face when The Breakfast Club continued to ask Papoose about his wife, Remy Ma. Y'all, the internet is heartless. And look, this girl Papoose, she gonna whoop you. Let's get into it though.
Him, you never see. You might see me into a couple of beefs online with a couple fighters and stuff like that.
I can't play the music. Let me go to a different clip. Give me 1 second.
For the way y'all was there when I was riding up there to the prison. Y'all see me fighting court officers getting thrown out of the courtroom. It was in the newspapers.
Well, I know for myself, I just wanted y'all to fix it. Because I've known y'all so long. And
We move forward with our lives. Like
I wish her, like I said, I wish her the
Yeah,
best.
for sure.
So first of all, you out of line right there. They weren't talking to you. That is a married fucking man. I don't know how you sit down and how you work out the kinks in your head. But at the end of the day, until he's not, he is married. And I know a lot of y'all think it's cute. Well, I got my man, my man, my man. Listen, that's a married man. And I wouldn't give a damn if Remy is dating. If anything were to happen to him, listen, Remy could throw your ass out the hospital room. Come in and big boss hog you and make sure that you don't never see him again. If he goes to the hospital, if he's in ICU, and what do y'all call it? Incubated, incapacitated, can't talk, can't speak. And if Papoose really wanted to be with you like that, listen. And I know the old folks gonna say, well, a man gonna be a man. He will. And if you let him play with you like that, they will play with you. They will enjoy you sexually. It don't mean you got good or this and that. That's just what some of them do. If you allow him, shit, it ain't too many of them that's gonna say no. But if he wanted you like that, and if he was on that type of time, please believe, he would have been divorced Remy. Remy sent him the papers. All he has to do is sign. All he has to do is sign to make you his wife, to make you an honorable woman, but he ain't made that move yet. And hey, listen, I'm going to just tell you, I don't think he's feeling froggy, so he ain't jumping.
I was there every step of the way. Y'all was there when I was riding up there to the prison. Y'all see me fighting court officers getting thrown out of the courtroom. It was.
He talking about how he was riding hard for his wife when she was incarcerated. He said, y'all saw me there. I rode for her. I was disruptive in the courtroom behind mine. Y'all saw me. We did. She didn't like that. So she interrupted. I need you to keep your scarlet letter ass in your scarlet letter place. But here she go.
It was in the newspapers.
well, I know for myself, I just wanted y'all to fix it.
He wanted them to fix it, but he had to catch himself. That's DJ Envy. He said, I just wanted you and Remy to fix it. And then he caught himself because he realized, shit, I'm in a room with a champ. I don't want her to knock my teeth out. So he changes it to say, because y'all are friends.
Because I've known y'all so long. And
We move forward with our lives. Like
I wish her, like I said, I wish her the
Yeah,
best.
for sure.
We got some great, amazing things going on. And like I said, this is my best friend right here, man. We live in our life.
Girl, he called you his best friend. Or like a homeboy. I believe he is living his life with you. I think he's having a good time. He said, that's my best friend right here. I have a friend that was going through a divorce, somebody I know. And they were going through a divorce, and because a lot of y'all don't believe Jesus ain't dead because you didn't go to the funeral. But let me put you on game. Went through a divorce. You know, it takes depending on the optics and everything that's involved. Took 2 years, I do believe, or maybe a year. During this time, they started dating someone. Okay. And based on the conversation, this person told me they really liked this person that they were dating while going through a divorce. Look, I didn't judge. I just listen. We listen. We don't judge. I ended up talking to my friend again, and the story was completely different now that the divorce is final. They're no longer interested. Hey, no, I'm sure her ain't get cured. No longer interested. Yeah. Well, why is that? Because it's fun. You are a goddamn fool if you are stupid enough to mess with a married person. And I don't give a damn if they are, quote unquote, legally separated. I don't give a damn if they've signed the ink on a paper and we just waiting for it to go through. You are something to do in the meantime. And I don't care how many sweet nothings he or she whispers in your ear. I don't care how many pumps and a bump, how many trips, how many kisses and gloomy and intimate stares you give each other, and how many times you've made love or this way and that way. You are a rebound. Because once they are free to move about the cabin, most of them feel like, you know what? I really need to work on myself at this time. You go away kicking and screaming and hollering. And in this situation, Claressa Shields, you want to whoop a little ass. You going to tell the man what he going to do. That he going to give you a baby in 2026. Jezebel. He gon' you getting pregnant. See, I don't want to regulate dick like that. That's aggressive in and of itself. The man ain't got a choice. You gonna make him? Girl, he's holding on to Remy for a reason.
My life.
We've been together over a year and a half now. It'll be 2 years next year in September. We at the end of the year. Some of this stuff is just so old. You know, it's so old to talk about, to bring up, to keep harping on it. It's like,
almost a year and a half, huh? We done moved on with our lives. Have you? Does he know that? Can you tell him it's old? Because he's still married. To bring up, girl, that is his life. Bitch, he is married. Hello? Are you home? Are you there? What are y'all's thoughts? What are y'all's thoughts? I am she, the divine says. She gives me secondhand embarrassment. She gonna make a nigga love her. That's what it's given. But let's continue.
they're separated. She got somebody too.
Why you and that lady? They're separated. Girl, look how he looking at her, first of all. Nigga, you know you. That's what Denzel say in the movie. Now, you know you done fucked up, right? Now, you know you done fucked up. That man is not looking. Look at him with Remy on the bottom in the circle. Eyes are wide open. You know, when you give a kid that new shiny toy for Christmas. Oh my God. That's the look he has with Remy. Look how he's looking at her. Opposed to how he lights up when he's with his wife. I wouldn't give a damn if she had several people. We talking about you. You are with a married man.
Like, don't act like it's just over here. Like, she's happy, we're happy, and that's it.
But Remy ain't talking about getting a baby put up in her. It come 2026. That's 6 days, y'all. 7 days. And he rolls. She say come 2026. She ain't wait for us. 2026, papoose.
I was there every step of the way. Y'all was there when I was riding up there.
Let's move on. I ain't lied. Here we go.
The next thing, what's the plan for 2026? Like,
I'm having a baby.
Oh, okay, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Look how she look. I'm having a baby. I ain't got no problem with Claressa, but you need to come down from there. You way too high. Your cruising altitude is way too high. You have an unrealistic viewpoint of life. You sleeping with another woman's husband, talking about you about to get a baby. And you really want to let a baby marinate in all of this? Look at this. Look at this girl's face.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
I'm having a baby.
You prefer like a girl, a boy? I mean, I know obviously healthy baby, but do you have any like?
Pat want a boy, so I want a boy.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't mind either one.
Is he gonna box? Is he gonna box you, son?
My son probably gonna rap him box.
He gonna do both.
Little dude gonna have a hand problem for sure, like his daddy.
No, that's awesome.
But no, I think I've already decided.
The lights are on, but nobody's home. Because who fantasizes? What woman in her right? Well, you know what? Let me not be, because it's a lot of yous out there, like they say in Jersey. It's a lot of yous out there that think it's perfectly okay to have a baby by a married man. We talking about the women today. He knows he's married, but we're focusing on the women today. We're focusing on Claressa today, who goes on public record and really puts their chest out like that. Say it loud. I want a baby and I'm proud. 2026. By this here married man right here. And when you do, and if and when you do, Papoose, you ain't gonna never be able to get rid of this demon right here.
I decided at the age of 30, I wanted to start my family, So I'll be 31. It's a year late, but it's fine. I just want to get my 2 or 3 fights out the way, and then I want to start my family. And then after that,
I want to start my family in reverse. Who drives a fucking car down the highway in reverse? Most of us put it in drive so that we can see where we're going. It lessens the probability of head-on collisions or doing any damage to anybody else, but not her. I'm going to drive the car in reverse. I'm going to have the baby first, all while professing and manifesting that I want to start my family. Well, should we not turn the car around and go in the right direction so that we don't crash out consistently over and over and over? Should we not do this the right way? Or we just gonna continue to be a crash out all of our lives? So you about to take this mentality into your 30s, that the definition of starting a family, as we lay, we forgot about tomorrow. As we lay, we should have counted up the cost, but instead we got lost from the second in the minute, in the hour, as we lay. So you're going to lay with that married man and expect a healthy situation to marinate in your womb and to live happily ever after. Girl, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, you about to fuck around and find out that is not how it works, okay? Claressa Shields crashes out every time Remy Ma's name comes up. So now you're going to outperform her, huh? In 30, listen, at age 30, I want a baby. Now, she professes to be one of the greatest boxers of all time, but lately people are concerned. They're calling her a certified crash out. Girl, your antics, your behavior on screen is overwhelming, overshadowing your boxing career. Ain't nobody talking about boxing. Don't nobody want to fool with you in the ring. Don't nobody even care no more. Tootsa, you better sing. We forgot about tomorrow as we lay. It's morning, hey, and now it's time for us to say goodbye. Goodbye, baby. Hey, you're leaving me. Yeah, okay. Watch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But she's not going to let you go that easy if you put a baby up in her. And typically when we talk about babies, we use more tender and gentle language, but I can't. Because she didn't make it a pretty thing. You heard her.
The next thing, what's the plan for 2026? Like,
I'm having a baby.
Oh, okay, that's for sure.
Yeah.
She said, I'm having a baby. And he will dip as soon as he get his situation set up right. He will dip. I don't know. Do you think Papoose is interested in having a baby with her legitimately? What are your thoughts? Let me get to my super chats for a second. And then we're going to get back into this. Because, listen, somebody else, I think it was Christy Martin, went on record regarding Claressa and how she's not likable. Not only are people deeming you as fucking certified crash out, people don't like you. You're not likable. And I'm not saying she's a bad person. But you coming in way too hard and too strong. You deboing your way through life. What does that mean? Taking what she wants, including a baby.
Money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me, comes to me, comes to me, comes to me. Money, 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 money comes to me, flowing effortlessly. Money, 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 money comes to me, comes to me, comes to me. Money, 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 money.
Hey. I love it. I love it. I love it. Live well, LA. Thank you for the 5-piece and a pepper. You said letting your man embarrass you in 2025, 2026 is a choice. I have zero sympathy for her or any other woman screaming, they keep a man or take a man. Girl, I'm going to ride with you. I'm going to have to ride with you. Let me in the trunk. Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm picking up what you're putting down. That makes a lot of sense to me. Let's go to the next one. Live Well LA came back with a 2-piece and a pepper and said, and Queen, if you could please tag Lotto. She messing with a married man too? Y'all tag her. Listen, Dawn Ashwood, 4611. Can we please leave Pick Me Psychopathy in 2025? Girl, you know they ain't finna do that. That sounds too much like right. You know damn well. Bitches be taking pride in taking your man. Girl, that's a flex these days. What you talking about? Leave it in 20. Listen, I'm with you, but you know that's too much like right. All this black excellence over there. I just got to get in and see what your man talking about. Be Asia, 314-314. Thank you for the 5-piece super sticker. We appreciate you. Thank you, y'all, for your super chats. We appreciate it. So, yeah, very unlikable. And here's the thing about Clarissa's personality. Ain't nobody gonna tell her. Don't nobody want their ass whooped. Don't nobody want to get beat up for trying to be a good friend to Claressa. Don't nobody want a black eye get knocked out. I know I don't. So if I were her friend, if I were her sister,
Bruh.
if I were her auntie, I would keep my damn mouth closed. Though, listen, I know y'all say, take the young girls and teach them. No, ma'am, not in this situation. You ain't finna get my ass whooped. This is one of those cases where you have to use discernment. This is one of those times where you got to say, if you happy, I'm happy for you. Your life is way more important than trying to talk some sense into Claressa Shields if you are in her inner circle. So when y'all say, where her friends at, hiding, don't nobody want to get uppercutted, a right hook, a jab, 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 punch. Just saying.
I'm more likable than her. Like, what are we talking about?
I want you to give me a response to this.
She's out there. She's trying to carry the torch, I guess.
Yep.
But
Go ahead.
it's she's hard to like. She's hard to support.
She ain't lying. Christy Martin tried to fight Claressa Shields at 50. Okay, but Claressa wanted to beat up on Layla Ali. She wanted to punch what she don't have. I want to go beat up on this beautiful black woman, punch her, beat her up because she represents everything that I don't have. She represents family. She represents softness. Even after boxing, she has beautiful children. She was able to find a man that loves her, even though she's a female boxer. Yeah, you know what? How about we fight? Let me punch on you. Let me beat you up a little bit because you are a mirror. And when I look at you, I see everything I don't have and everything I aspire to be. So if I can notch your head up and lump you up a little bit, yeah, that's what I want to do. Because that's what it was given. You wanted to beat up on that beautiful lady and then try to play in our faces and use reverse psychology like you doing with starting your family backwards in reverse. I'm going to have a baby first and build my family. Girl, child, please. But you try to use reverse psychology and tease her and taunt her because of her age. You wish and you hope that you'll be where she is when you become her age. You better hope you have a man that's decent, a man that can stand beside you and have the same financial equity you do. Her husband is very capable. She ain't got to fight. Yeah, you wanted to nod her head up. She did. She did. She want to beat her up. You wanted to beat her up because she represents everything. Beat her up so you can feel like you're on top of the world. Bitch, I knew you was crazy when you asked that beautiful queen to come out and fight you.
I'm more likable than her. Like, what are we talking about?
I want you to give me a response to this.
She's out there. She's trying to carry the torch, I guess.
Yep.
But
Go ahead.
you know, she's hard to like. She's hard to support. And I get it. The bad guy sometimes sells.
Right. The villain.
But the villain. But
listen, I'm gonna bring up a couple of more clips after this. Claressa is very hard to like. Looking in Claressa's eyes, when you see her eyes, and maybe that's just a facade and that's a persona that you take on as boxers. I don't know. But those eyes, listen, like steel, iron, dark holes.
right now, you need to be a little more likable. Get the people to want to watch you. Get the people to want you to win. I don't feel like, and look, when you have to name yourself the GOAT, come on, let somebody else do that.
Damn. And when I tell you wisdom, have your way. Christy ain't said nothing wrong. Let somebody else do that. Here's the thing. Make people want to sponsor you. Make people want to see you fight. Right now, ain't nobody really fucking with you like that. And you can run down titles and belts and all of this all you want, but ain't nobody really checking for you like that because the people don't like you. Right, wrong, and or indifferent. And it really doesn't have anything to do with her crashing out every time Remy Ma's name come up. It's just something about you. Here we go.
And then you're the GOAT.
Does that make you upset to hear that?
I don't care. Why? I just sold out 16,000 fans. I got a biopic before she got a biopic. So what makes me? I'm more likable than her. Like, what are we talking about? And let's talk about how I box better than Christy Martin. I've never been knocked out, never lost. So Christy can feel how she feels, but I have great supporters and great fans who come to see me fight, who support my YouTube channels, who follow me on social media, who give me good words of inspiration every day. Maybe because she don't like him, because she thought she could try to fight me a couple years ago. Was it 6 years ago? She tried to tell my old manager that she wanted to come out of retirement and fight me.
Really?
But it was like,
how come you didn't fight her? How come you didn't fight her? You wanted to lump up a black woman. You wanted Layla Ali to come out of retirement. How come you didn't fight her? Undefeated? That could have just been practice. That could have been like a little shadow boxing for you. But it's
like, girl, you're like, I think at times she was probably 50.
Okay, so it's Layla. But you want to fight Layla. You want to knock her up. You want to black her eye. It ain't never been a problem before when it comes to another black woman. So now the white woman is too old to fight, but the black woman is just ripe enough, experienced enough to get her ass beat. Girl, bye.
At the time.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
You know, but she didn't say nothing. She said it to him.
All right.
And he told her, like, Claressa will kill you. And she came to her senses pretty fast.
Girl, bye. You still didn't take up the challenge. You didn't fight. You didn't fight. Hold on. Let's take a look.
Somebody said, that was a pressing media. It was a hard time because we know y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
but y'all know us, but sometimes people pretend like they don't know us. That's what get on my nerves.
I think for most people, it's like, what happened? Like,
I mean, like I said, y'all was there every step of the way. Y'all was there when I was riding up there to the prison. Y'all seen me fighting court officers getting thrown out of the courtroom. It was in the newspapers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all seen everything. How can I come to y'all and say something didn't happen? Y'all got to stop, man. Like, come on. So that's
I think
that's
during
my
that
thing.
time, I know for myself, I just wanted y'all to fix it. Because I've known y'all so long, and not fix the relationship, just the friendship, the parenting, just fix that part. That was the most important thing, right?
That takes time. Like it's a divorce. It's not something that just happens overnight. You know what I'm saying? But people's life don't stop because of that.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's papers, it's time, it's all this.
All up in your motherfucking business, Papoose. Don't be mad. Deal with it. You created that monster all up in your business, and you don't like it. Because if the truth be told, at almost 50 years old, you are dependent on her financially. Oh, yeah, I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience. You get a cut of her take-home pay. But at the end of the day, she's still the fucking boss, which is why she can debo her way into your private marital conversations and talk that shit, because she writes your check. Like Remy said, she writes your check. So you gotta take a little bit of chin checking. You gotta get emasculated in your own interview. She should have stayed at home. Look at his face. He don't like it, but you ain't got no choice, my boy.
This stuff that gotta happen. But at the end of the day, we move forward with our lives. Like
I wish her the best.
For sure.
You see, he didn't co-sign that. We move forward.
We got some great, amazing things going on. And like I said, this is my best friend right here, man.
Not the love of my life. My best friend, not the love of my life. Not the woman I adore. I've come to really get to know. And you know, in a perfect world, I wish I would have been divorced, but I'm going to make sure I do that as soon as possible to keep her an honest woman. She's changed my outlook on love, life, none of that. None of that. You get what I'm saying? Sco admire. That's all I'm saying. Listen, we got that money comes to me flowing effortlessly. We get in our bag.
You better get to the bed. Don't let them hoes stop your bed. If you got a problem, just know
I'm making my man. We getting to the bag today. Angela Foster is in her motherfucking bag today. When I'm telling you on Christmas Eve, a 50-piece and a pepper, she said, Claressa trying to convince herself of the things she says she is. And if she can't convince herself, listen, I'm foolish enough to believe that she'll whoop everybody in the room. She'll whoop everybody in the room. Thank you, Miss Rue. Miss Rue's in her motherfucking bag today with 100-piece and a pepper. She says, Queen coming through on Christmas Eve. Girl, and so are you. Listen. You and Angela. The side-eye sage is right behind him with a 5-piece and a pepper. She in her bag too. She says, Queen, that girl is a Looney Tune. Papa's going to be in the find out stage very soon. I think he know. But she got something that he wants. She got the bag. He kind of a male gigolo, if you ask me. You a man. Cause you paying. She paying. And she's up the ante on the contract. She said, I want a baby now. Since you riding a payroll, this is what I want. I want a baby. And I'ma have one. You heard her. I'ma have me one come January 1st, 2026.
The next thing, what's the plan for 2026? Like,
I'm having a baby.
Oh, okay, that's for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay,
I'm having a baby.
You ain't got no choice, sir. It sounds like either you're going to have to batter up or fight your way up out of that situation. You don't have a choice. Either you're going to have to give that girl what she want, or you're going to have to fight your way up out that relationship. And she already said she can whoop you. She did. She said, but she don't.
Wow.
Kid you not. But let's go to another clip before I open up the lines and just kind of get y'all's take on all of this. Hold on. Here we go.
Claire go too
Being
far
one dude
with this,
who
y'all.
got somebody, you never seen that. I'm my type of woman. If a man with me, he with me. I don't do second place. I never have. I got 2 Olympic gold medals, 19 world championships.
Oh, y'all, look how Charlemagne And Papoose is looking at her like they in there talking to one of their homeboys. Let me start it all over. Look, but everybody's scared.
Claire go too
Being
far
with
with this,
dude
y'all.
got somebody. You never seen that. I'm my type of woman. If a man with me, he with me. I don't do second place. I never have. I got 2 Olympic gold medals, 19 world championships.
Look how he looking. He's scared as hell.
Why would I have to be second place to another woman for? Like, what do I look like? You know what I'm saying? So
Hey, look,
that's
man.
my thing of like.
Bars on Wheels, the journey to save hip hop out now. Produced by my brother Sean 2 Mounds, by the way.
Look, he put it. Look, he was like, wait a minute, hold on. Let me nip this in the bud. Shout out to my album, Balls to the da-da-da-da-da. Girl, he didn't even affirm you in that moment. Somebody, she don't play second place. Who gonna tell her? I ain't saying shit because I don't want to get my ass toe up and beat. So I'm not gonna tell her he's married because obviously she don't know. But which one of y'all gonna tell her? That's a married bitch.
All right, Palace. The Super Chat Squad is in the building. We appreciate you, baby. The Super Chats are fire. Get in your bag. That's a lot of money.
It is. Angela Foster came back. She in our motherfucking bag today. Merry Christmas Eve to you, Angela. She says, how's she going to have a baby and have 4 fights she obligated for? She said it. You better listen. First of all, Angela, when it comes to Claressa, we will use our inside voice. We not going to say a word. Because I want to make sure that nobody get their ass whooped over here. So we ain't going to say a word. Okay? We going to whisper when we talk about Claressa. That's it. We going to whisper. And when she walk up, everybody be quiet. And when she leave, we be talking again. When she leave, we be talking again, okay? Let me open up the lines because I'm not going to play with y'all. When it comes to Claressa, you're very unlikable. It's just something about her. It's just, I really hope Claressa gets the help that she needs, but it's giving certified crash out, period, point blank. Certified crash out. And now, listen, I get up on this platform and I talk my shit. No, you're not. Sko said, I'm going to talk in her face. No, you're not. We're going to whisper. And when she leave, we be talking again. Okay? That's it. That's all. We're not going to bother her. We're going to stay over here. We're going to do this commentary. And when y'all leave, hey, Claressa, how you doing? That's it. That's all. How you doing? God bless you. Blessed and highly favored. That's it. All right? We using our inside voice because I don't need nobody to get their ass toe up. See, you never know when you're going to bump into somebody. And I don't need them kind of problems. I got a lot of travel plans for 2026. Somebody sent me a face mask that I can wear on the plane. And if she come up and say, is you Queen Sheba? I'm going to say, hell no. I don't even like that hoe. You talking about that lady on YouTube? I quit watching her years ago. Everybody always tell me I look like her. Hell no. Talking about Queen Sheba. And I'm jumping on the plane. Okay? That's it. Everybody always get us confused. I know who you talking about. You talking about that lady on YouTube that barely show her face? Yeah. Hell no. Anywho, nice to meet you, Claressa. You too. No problem. I understand. You got me mixed up. That's all right. Yeah, me too, shit. I don't want to be taking no ass whooping for Queen Sheba. Girl, you had me scared because you was really starting to believe I was Queen Sheba for a moment. No, ma'am. I don't even like that. I would never speak on your relationship with Papoose. It ain't nobody damn business. Hell, what I look like speaking on you. But listen, you doing a good job. Okay? Welcome, Kiki. Kikila. Is it Kikila? You doing a good job.
Yes, it is. Hi, Queen. Hi, everybody.
Hey, listen, turn your device off in the background. I want to make sure everybody can hear you. Welcome. What are your thoughts, child, on today's conversation?
Yeah, it's down. Can you hear me? You can hear me clearly?
Yep, you sound great.
Okay. This is what I think. I know Remy personally. Like I grew up with her. I haven't been around her for years, but I know her and I know her situation as far as them, like when she was going to jail and him going to go visit her and stuff. I always heard that he was a bum. That was always the chatter. That I couldn't believe it. I always thought he had a career and he was ghostwriting. And they said no, she always took care of him. So to hear her actually say it, I'm like, all these years she been taking care of him. I couldn't believe it. But let me just go on to Claressa. That girl's she's so jealous, and she's so jealous of Remy, and she's weird. Y'all notice she always befriend women, and then she ends up hating them. But then she copies everything they do, just like Layla and Remy. Now all of a sudden she thinks she Rem Ali.
Okay, break it down for us. When you say she befriends black women and then copies them, because everybody's not familiar. Go ahead and break it down.
I don't know if everybody knows. She was in Remy DMs trying to be her friend and asking for fashion tips. But all along you DMing her husband too. You invite him to fights. Why you didn't invite Remy to a fight? Then she gonna sit there and say she didn't know who Papoose was. Why are you lying to us? If anybody, even if you don't follow rap, you know Remy and Papoose. If you happen to come across Love and Hip Hop, everybody know them together. That's what she sat up there and said. I didn't know him. I didn't know nothing about him. But you was trying to befriend his wife. You was in her DMs asking for fashion tips and asking her what she cooked. She's a destiny swapper. The same thing with Layla.
What she cooked?
Yeah. Remy I watched this thing from the beginning.
Yeah.
I made oxtails. Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of scary.
Yeah, she was doing all that. They was like communicating back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Oh, Remy, I'm going to this event. Can you show me what to wear? I don't like to wear heels. Yes. Remy put all that out there. Did she even put out there? She asked her, can you show me stuff so I could show me what I could wear to show off my body? Remy put all that out there.
And the whole time coming for her family, meaning her husband.
And then she scheduled that what's that boxing that fight she having? She scheduled it in New York. Don't nobody up here know you. Nobody really know you, Claressa. You gonna schedule it the same day as the baby's birthday party? You that jealous of a little girl? Yeah, that's why he had the same clothes on in the picture when he had the baby party. She scheduled it for the same day. Why? Because you not invited? He don't care.
Yeah, I wouldn't let her at my baby birthday party neither. You ain't finna come in here and beat up all them kids.
No, and I wouldn't want you around my pretty, well-dressed daughter. Okay, because Claressa, you just started combing your hair. Knock it off. Like you just started looking like a little bit of something. And you still not what you saw how she looked at that at the Breakfast Club? You $8 million up. He got you there with a fake fur headband on, rainbow outfit. Y'all supposed to be, you see what he had on? He was fly. He looked like he had on his Easter clothes. That's an Easter outfit we wear in New York. After Easter, we go like he a teenager. He was flea. He had on all his jewelry like Slick Rick. She looked like a rainbow mannequin with a fake fur headband on. But you $8 million up. No glam. Your weave was stiff. You ain't had no makeup. She looked dusty. She looked like a dust ball.
Hold on, Remy.
Huh? She did. Me being from New York, we judge you by what you wear, and especially if you talking money, You supposed to come. You supposed to be flyer all. She the one that put it out there. That's what get me mad. She get mad at people talking about her, but you put it out there. You put it out there that you was doing shows, talk shows about you $8 million up, and you got a signing bonus of $3 million. Look like it. Look like it. You look dusty coming up there. Then you got to have an attitude with his wife.
Listen. And you made a good point. Let me play a clip. Hold on. Stay here. We're going to stay on it. I see you side-eye, Sage. Give me 1 second. Listen. Hold on. We're going to go ahead and play it since you said it about her just now. Making herself presentable. Here we go. Hold on. We got to go right here.
Hard for boxers to get the right support. I'm bringing that up because Canelo is massive because he brings Mexico, a whole country. Like, I know. And she did it. What I'm saying, she's an anomaly, meaning you've done so much, but it's not easy for you to tell the other girls that you reference, oh, make yourself a star. Like,
when I say make yourself a star, make the changes that need to be done. First of all, y'all been around for a long time. Yeah. All this hair and makeup and clothes and all that shit, I wasn't doing that. Yeah. You was with me. Come on, I come to the fight, t-shirt, jeans, hair and cornrows.
I used to tell her, like, yo, Claressa, you gotta spruce your brand up, get your hair done.
No makeup.
But she was like, nah, I'm good.
You stupid, bro. I didn't feel need to wear no makeup or get my hair all spiced up or wear no certain type of clothes. Like, I just come and be like, hey, what's up, y'all? I'm in my jogging suit. I'm in my whatever, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when I say make yourself into a star, you think it got to a point in my career, I said, listen, I don't want 10 world titles.
Wait a minute. So she reached out. That's where you said that destiny swapping.
She was reaching out to her.
Pattern herself after Remy. If what you say is true with the exchange of the DMs, hey, what should I wear? What should I do? You got more than enough money to hire a stylist. But what you did is, yes, you tried to get the woman whose man you wanted to get close to you. That's disgusting. That's scary though. And
she still hasn't executed, Queen. Remy styled herself. Remy said she styled herself. You paying people to put that bull crap on you? Like, that's how I know he playing in her face. That's how I be wanting to say, like, I be wanting to go at her, but then I realize that girl's mentally challenged, in my opinion. And she don't know when somebody's laughing at her. She has an intellectual disability, which makes him more of a dirtbag because you an old 50-year-old ass man, excuse my language, and you humping on a special needs girl for some money.
Oh, hold on. Let's talk about it. Wait a minute. Hold on, Sage. Give me 1 second.
In boxing, okay, I understand points. If you knock somebody out, okay, obviously you win. But in a street fight, that's a whole different thing. So you grew up fighting little girls and little boys?
Yeah, up in street fighting? Yeah. That's how I initially got into boxing. But I started getting into fights at school because I was being bullied. I was never the person to start the fights. I was actually scared to fight when I was younger. Oh. So my anger drove me to fight after being picked on for a very long time.
Right. I read that you had like a speech impediment. You didn't talk until you was 5. You stuttered until you were 9.
She didn't talk until she was 5. Okay, hold on.
A lot of times growing up, it was me versus a man.
That's what I'm saying. But in boxing, okay, I understand points. If you knock somebody out, okay, obviously you win. Or you stutter.
I think it took for me to get taken in by my grandmother, Joanne, who really took her time with me. Who understood me.
So you're saying that you feel like he's humping on a special needs person.
Girl, yeah.
One that's
everybody grew up around. Well, I mean, where I'm from, somebody grew up around somebody like her. They know her disability is invisible. But when you know somebody, I need to talk to them. They kind of slow, but you can't visibly see their disability. They may be well dressed, hair combed, but we know that they're not all there. They're slow, so we look out for them. You know what I'm saying? Now, when they get older, she don't have no caregiver. She ain't got nobody to look after her. Her parents on drugs. You know what happened? They go out in the world. Guess what happened? They end up having 1,000 babies. Can't take care of them. Why? Because they mentally challenged. That's who she is. If she didn't have boxing, that's exactly who she is. I've seen this happen before over and over again. Boxing saved her. It's just now she got Papoose, who she think is a star. He is not no star. He never been.
I think Papoose represents what she didn't have, which was a fatherly love. And in a twisted way, you have this older man. How old is Papoose? She's 29.
He's around my age. I'm 45. He's 47. Remy is around my age. because she's like 44, 45. He's 47.
Oh, he's almost 20 years older than her.
Yes.
Sleeping with her
Yes.
and taking her money. Y'all, ooh, hold that
Yeah,
thought.
and knowing she's special needs, knowing that.
Wow.
Knowingly doing it. That's why I was like, that make him he's a dirt bag to sit there and do something like that. To even know that she's mentally challenged. Because if you got eyes and ears, you can tell. But I didn't even know nothing about until she did that interview with Shannon Sharp that she didn't speak until she was 5 years old. I knew that from when I first heard her speak and heard her talk. She don't make no sense.
Hold
I said,
on. Let me let this go. Then I'm gonna go to Sage. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm on the wrong one. I was on the wrong one. Give me 1 second.
Me taught me a little bit of sign language because they thought I was deaf, but I wasn't. I just didn't want to talk.
Okay.
And
did you know you could speak? So when you were by yourself, okay, in front of your parents or with your siblings, you didn't say anything. But when you were alone, did you speak? Did you hear your own voice? Did you speak and say anything?
I was able to think, but as far
there's no way you could have been able to speak because you have to be able to mimic the sounds and the words. So even if she was able to speak, it would have been, and forgive me, let me see if I can use the politically correct word. It wouldn't have been articulated very well. This is not a shot at her, but you have to have somebody to bounce it back off of. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Okay. Let's continue.
as far as in getting it out, it used to take a lot. So my grandma was very patient with me. She put me in a speech impediment class in school, an anger management class also.
So she was young. I told you, aggressive and special needs. Side-eye Sage to 7. What are your thoughts?
Oh, child. Claressa is feral and she just out here just, you know how them little kids be having all the silver in their mouth and they bite? That's what Claressa gives me. I wish that she had some people whose ass she couldn't beat.
Hold on. Did you say they bite?
Yeah. She remind me of them little kids with a mouthful of silver that used to bite people and you couldn't control them. You didn't want to take them nowhere because they be biting everybody. That's what Claressa gave me. She needs some help, Queen. She really do. She out here. And now, just like my other good New York sis, shout out to the Bronx, she's out here with no people. And it's showing now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
and she has talent. She wants to be famous, but she really needs a handler. She needs guidance, and she doesn't need this much press. She's going to tank her career by now that she could talk. She got to learn how to shut up now.
Oh, I'm still stuck on the I ain't gonna lie. I'm still stuck on the bite. I'm still stuck on the bite part. Cause
Queen, you know she look like she bite.
My brother used to bite. And when he got the bite and shit, we always running through that house. Didn't nobody want that bite on their back. But let me go to the next caller. Angelique, welcome. Angelique Antonio, what are your thoughts?
Hey, Queen. Happy holidays to everybody. I hope you have a blessed, abundant, safe holiday and an amazing 2026.
Thank you.
Basically, I'm not a fan of Remy. I think, like I said, both of them I feel are violent pick-me-shas. I feel like they're both just male-centered. With Claressa, this is what it looks like when you do not have a relationship with your mother, because your mother is your first homegirl. Your mother is supposed to teach you the ways of womanhood and just how to have that feminine synergy. And unfortunately, because of the situation, with her mom, that wasn't given to her. That really wasn't given to her. I think her grandmother raised her. And, when grandma's raising you, it's just about survival, really. I just don't understand how you don't understand that this man is married. He's still married. And if he wanted to sign the divorce papers, he could. I'm sure Remy would be like, listen, I'm not even asking you for child support, bruh. Just go ahead about your business. You know, just go ahead about your business. I'll take care of our daughter. Just sign these papers. He doesn't want to sign those papers. I think that if Remy said, you know what, you did wrong, I did wrong, but let's try to reconcile our marriage, he would drop Claressa like a sack of potatoes. So that's my take on it. And again, have a happy holiday.
You too, and thank you for coming up. That's Angelique Antonio, everybody. All right. So I agree with Angelique. I do believe that's why I said it's a dangerous game to play. Listen, that is an extreme sport to be dating a man or a woman who's separated, legally separated, on their way out the door. So they say that is an extreme sport. And that's the price you pay. Because if they pick up that phone and say, listen, I want to stay together, I believe he would go home. And here's the thing. I'm not sure that Remy is 1,000% done with the relationship, if the truth be told. I think Remy out there kind of I think if he were to ship up and do right, there could be a possibility that they would get their family back together. Listen. Now let's talk about, y'all were talking about her mom. She's going to say a little bit about her mom. Here it is.
Your mom, you mentioned your mom. Your mom had a drinking problem, battle addiction.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like? Because like little girls, a lot of times little girls want to be just like their mom. They, hair. That ain't what you. That ain't you said your life really turned around when you went and lived with your grandmother.
Yeah.
Was that your maternal grandmother? That was your mom's mom?
Well, she just said, Shannon said most little girls want to be like their mom. Y'all heard what she said. No. That's why even if she has a baby, I wouldn't want her to have a girl. I wouldn't want her to have a girl first, because you have to have a template, a foundation, a baseline to start from to know how to nurture. And when you haven't received nurturing from your own mom, I don't know if it would be a good thing for you to practice on the heart of your daughter. Let's continue. Hold on.
Yeah, my mama. Uh-huh.
So can you contrast the differences between your mom is normal, she's not intoxicated, or she's not under the influence, as opposed to her just walking around being normal?
Well, my mom is a lot like me, but she's way more quiet. My mom don't hug people. She's really quiet. She don't say much. She just kind of observe everything. And she's very sassy. She's very sassy. Okay.
That sounds very mechanical. So what she's mechanical in her relationships. I'm having sex because I'm just having sex. I don't think she loves papoose, which is the reason why we saw her. This is about winning. She's an athlete. And I truly believe that Claressa has been able to stabilize herself by way of sports and boxing, beating up some shit, knocking people out. When it's organized, it's safe. The problem is she's not boxing all day, every day. Oh, y'all get what I'm saying? So when she's in the ring, it's safe. But what happens when you're not in the ring and you're having everyday conversations about children? This is where the mechanical thing comes in. When I say okay, so now I know. You say, no, I'm just like my mama. The difference between me and mama is I say a lot. She don't. My mom's very detached. You ain't getting no hugs. You ain't getting no kisses. You ain't getting none of that. But yeah, you want a baby in 2026.
I'm having a baby.
Oh, okay, that's for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
I'm having a baby.
You prefer like a girl, boy? I mean, I know obviously healthy baby, but do you have any like?
Pat want a boy, so I want a boy.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't mind either one.
Is he gonna box? Is he gonna box your son?
My son probably gonna rap him boxing.
He gonna do both.
Little dude gonna have a hand problem for sure, like his daddy.
I want a baby because I want a baby. A baby is like a belt. It's like a win. It's like getting in the ring. That's the next thing. And now that I hear her say, I'm like my mom, who is very mechanical, detached, no hugs, no kisses, no affection. All of that is what we see. Now, the next step is, how do you fix it? And you don't fix it by cloning yourself after a woman whose husband you want, by cloning yourself to be friendly when really you're dangerous. It's almost narcissistic. I'm going to pretend to reach out to you. I'm going to pretend to be ladylike, because now I know this hardcore cornrows to the back, t-shirt and pants ain't hitting it. Everybody's asking me to soften up. I have no idea what that means because mama ain't ever taught me. She wouldn't shit. So you know what? Oh, I like this guy. I'm going to invite him to my fights, but his wife seems to be what everybody's asking me to be. Let me reach out to her and clone myself after her. Clone myself, clone, because all of her life she's had to clone. She couldn't speak. She couldn't talk, right? She had to clone and mimic what everybody else was doing. And not only that, she said her grandmother said she was very violent, aggressive. So the ring is her outlet, but you're not in a ring 24/7. No identity. Thank you. At all. And that's dangerous when a person, man or woman, doesn't know who they are.
Okay. And sometimes she can be a pushover. You know, sometimes to her friends, people that's close to her, she would push over.
Take advantage of it.
But when she get that liquor in her, she Mike Tyson. What? I'm telling you the truth. Listen, my mama will knock you upside your head quicker than you can. Hey, listen, if you did something to her when she was sober, when she used to drink, she'll let you know. And it could be a month ago, 2 months ago. You've been and forgot it even happened. Maybe she called you ain't answer the phone. Maybe you did something to her. And I'm telling you, she gonna remind you when she get that stuff in her. And if you around, she gonna go upside your head. She go upside your head with that cane she got.
That's crazy because I felt like that's your personality. Well, I'm gonna have a baby, and what if you can't? You gonna whoop his ass? Because she's made it very clear that she can beat him physically, but I choose not to. But what happens when he wants to leave? What happens when he tells you can't come to the Breakfast Club this time because they felt like you were disruptive last time? Now what? You gonna go upside his head? What you think, Sage?
Oh, she definitely going to throw hands and feet when she get told no. I don't see her handling any kind of rejection or boundaries well. Hell, she barely processing the stuff that he says to her now. So I really don't see it going well when he has to tell her, hell no, you got to sit down somewhere.
You know, 702 said, listen, if Pap don't want to get her pregnant, so you'll have a baby with her? Or you just want to sleep with her? There's a difference. You know, you can come up. Let me drop the link. You ain't got to show your face.
Yeah.
Nah, hold on. We don't judge. We listen. So you want to sleep with her or you want to have a baby with her? There's a difference. Because you know you can sleep with her without having a baby. Uh-huh. See? Oh, now you backtracking, huh? Oh, you backtracking now. Come on up here. So you want this woman to carry your child. Or you just sleep around like that when you handing out babies? You got dick discipline or no? Come up here. I want to ask you a couple of questions. Let's continue. Because what we're talking about is when you lack identity, you're very dangerous. You start mimicking. That's why you mimic Remy. And when you lack identity, you do what you think you're supposed to do. And because you have the force behind you and the physical aesthetics to beat bitches' ass, that's why you came up in there the way you did in the manner that you did with Papoose. And basically told Remy over and over that you will whoop her because you know you can. Right? That's your superpower. I can beat bitches up. And that's fine. But don't be surprised if nobody wants to be around you. Because you still need that feminine connectivity, genuine authenticity, where women can be around you and love on you and have reciprocity with you without everybody being scared of you.
Listen, my mama will hit you. She ran over one time with that cane. I said, "Mama, chill out for real." Yeah. You know, but my mom, that's the difference though. Like when she used to drink, she used to get real aggressive, real mean, and my mom can really fight. Like she can.
So you get it from your mama for real though, huh?
My mom and my dad used to underground street fight, but my mama, she like, I don't know. It's like she starts the fights, kind of like my little sister. You know, like they be starting the fights. And I'm like, what's wrong with y'all, man? Right. But that's the difference. So my mom, you know, it took for, I think when I turned 17 and I won the Olympics, my mom completely stopped drinking. You know, she stopped drinking. She became more like, now she like to hug me sometimes, all that stuff, but she never was like that.
Wow.
When I won the Olympics, I feel like it made her feel like she did something good. And
okay.
I want her to know that she did do something good and that I turned out to be all right, even though my childhood wasn't all that great.
Have you ever had a conversation with your mom about what transpired in your childhood and what went on?
Let me shout out Shannon. Shannon, this may be your wheelhouse because you're really doing a good job with her. I kind of like how Shannon is showing up. He's more engaged. And maybe because he has a daughter, I feel like he's curious. I love people that are curious. People that are curious, we need more curious people in the world. Those are people that may not necessarily agree with you, that may not like you, but they're curious. And they'll give you a place to sound off. They just want to know a little bit more about you. The whys, the whos, the wheres, and the whens. And I feel like Shannon's showing up like that.
You had a conversation with her. So what did she say? Did she apologize? Like, Claressa, I'm sorry. I know I did the best I could. I might have not been the best mom, but I just want you to know that I loved you and I'm proud of you.
Well, when I was 5 and I had got, the R word.
Yes.
Families don't talk about that stuff for a long time. So when it happened when I was 5, we didn't talk about it till I was 16, almost 17.
That's crazy. 11 years later. So we don't, that's the black shit. We don't talk about what goes on in this house. So it sounds like she was sexually assaulted, raped at age 5, and everybody in the house, them sorry ass women and men, pretended that it didn't happen. Let's continue.
So when we talked about it, me growing up as a kid and being taken in by my grandmother and living with my grandmother most of my childhood after being 5, what I knew and what I felt, I guess was like, and was it inaccurate or was it emotionally flawed? I don't know, but I felt that she picked the abuser over me.
So your mama kept the man and got rid of the child. That explains it all. The mama kept the man, got rid of the child. And as a result, Claressa will probably never have stable relationships with women and probably come from a side angle at women all the time, which is why I stand on what the hell I said. I don't think, or I hope her first child is not a girl. Not to say that she shouldn't have one, but I hope the first one isn't a girl because she hasn't fared too well with women. Boom. That's it. That's all. The mama kept the man and sent the child away. That says a lot. I'm going to keep the man, but you got to go. And now we know why she would rather go after the man. Because that's what mama put him. The man is way more important than the woman. Me having papoose is way more important than me recognizing that Remy is married to him. Even if Remy chooses to have an outside situation, whatever they got going on, the goal is to keep the man. The man is the prize. And that's the first lesson she learned from her mom. The man is the prize. Chasing Dream says, yes, she has a traumatic childhood. She needs counseling and to get herself together. She should not be having sex with anybody. But that's just me, my personal opinion. Okay. Mina says, look what you learn when you listen to someone's story. Absolutely. Stay curious. I saw a comment earlier where you said, no, somebody wrote a comment. They said sometimes people that may have special needs are very, very sexually active, which is why she had multiple abortions. Have you heard that she's had multiple abortions? Side-eye Sage to 7?
I've not heard that. I only knew that she left her old fiance for papoose. That's all I know about her.
Damn. Okay, papoose ain't shit because he entertained her knowing that he was married. And she must have made him feel some kind of way with her being younger. And I'm going to be honest with you, the time that she was probably picking him up, initiating contact, hunting, because she put herself in a hunting position. Typically, you want the man to hunt, but she hunted him. And at that point, she was very, very, very tomboyish. And he responded. That tells me, ain't it crazy? Watch this. Y'all, listen, I hone in on the psychological and the behavioral traits of the Black experience. He has his wife who's feminine, dressing up, looking nice, not knowing that the girl who's hunting him is also hunting his wife for tips on how to be more feminine while looking tomboyish. Yet he picks something completely opposite of his wife. That's crazy. Deity Supreme says, Queen, I respect your opinion on others simply because you judge the character flaws instead of someone's looks and etc. You have a gift. I never heard you degrade a Black woman the way others do and won't, because we all fucking ugly to somebody. That's what I be trying to tell bitches. Listen, get off me. Bitch, because we all ugly to somebody. I don't give a fuck if it's your best day. Because there's a few motherfuckers in the world that probably think you are ugly as shit. Periods. And once you are able to swallow that pill, you be like, you know what? Let me sit this one out. Because Queen Sheba said we all ugly to somebody. We are. So I feel like that's low. I think that's lowbrow. That's low-hanging fruit to go after. People can't change how they look. People can't change their structure of their face. They was born shit. Two motherfuckers got together and had a baby. And you gonna pick on them. They had no choice in that. Now we have choices in everything else. They cannot at all. Thank you, Koi. She said we are. It's true. Everybody's ugly. We all ugly to somebody. And if you can remember that, you should never put your mouth on somebody else when it comes to looks. So I don't do that. That's like playing the dozens. You said when a mom isn't in her daughter's life, how does a woman learn how to be a woman? Oh, that's a good question. You know what? Let me do this. Let me see if any women would like to come up and answer that. I'll take two. Y'all, I want you to be thoughtful. Listen to the question. When a girl, a young lady doesn't have a mother in their life, how does she learn how to become a woman? Is it instinctual or is it learned behavior? And maybe that can explain why she doesn't have her own identity. So before we can get to, I don't want to answer yet. I don't want to influence. I'm going to answer last because I don't want to influence anybody's opinion. Yeah, he is trash for he's using her. That means he's not a good person. See, men are, let me tell you something. You can tell the caliber of a man. Listen, you got to start teaching them. Just because she putting it out there, that don't mean you got to take it. You ain't got to run through her because she don't know any better. You ain't got to run through her because she's putting it on the table, on a platter and serving it up. That means you're not a good person. You know a few screws may be loose. Lady Rowe, okay, hold on. Let me paste it. All right, so it looks like we got a super chat. Thank you, Sarah Smile. Listen, you better get in your motherfucking bag. Sarah is in her bag today. We got to give the Get in Your Bag song because y'all have been in your bag. I just dropped the link. Feel free to click it.
You better get to the bed. Don't let them hoes stop your bed. If you got a problem, just know I'ma make you my man. Yeah.
Hey, get to the bag. And Sarah did just that. She's coming through with a 50 piece and a pepper, says be blessed. And you too. Thank you, Sarah, for your continued support of the channel and also participating from the chat. We appreciate all of you. So yeah, I was just trying to see if a few women would like to come up. The question was posed by a man. And we love when the men participate because I really feel like it evolves the conversation. But we have a man in the chat and he wants to know to the ladies. Listen, when a girl, a young lady doesn't have a mom in her life, how does she learn how to be a woman? Is it instinctual or is it a learned behavior? And I said, before I answer, I'm just dropping a link to see if any other women would like to chime in. She's a habit. Thank you for the 5 piece and a pepper. She says her ex-bestie, Jada, says that Claressa cheated on all her boyfriends. She cheated on one of them with a woman, child. Okay. I can see that. Probably trying to find herself. All right. Lady Rowe, welcome. Welcome, Queen.
Oh, Merry Christmas. Queen. I'm out here trying to do some last minute shopping, and this topic really kind of chapped my gears. I tried to send you a super chat. It won't even let me do that. We got to figure out.
Oh, hell no. We got to fix that. Golly.
I was in the mall trying to send you super chat. It was like unable to see it. I'm like, what?
Listen, would you like to try to take a stab at the question?
What was the question again? I
Okay,
didn't hear the
so
last one.
well, first of all, let me just see. Did you want to just kind of tune in and share your thoughts, or were you coming up to answer the question that Deity Supreme posed as women? And when a girl doesn't have a mama in her life, how does one learns how to be a woman? Is it instinctual or is it a learned behavior? Or you just want to drop your thoughts? You're free to do both.
I wanted to drop my thoughts.
Okay, go ahead.
I actually will tune in on that too because I had a mom in my life, so it's kind of hard to put your feet in another person's shoes when that hasn't been the path you've had to walk. But Claressa upsets me. I think this conversation kind of lets me know more about who she is. It explains more in detail because I didn't realize some of these things had happened to her as rape or grape or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know those things had happened to her. But to be an unhealed person and bring a child into this world is so inconsiderate and it is so dysfunctional. And it's so many things that I could name. I could probably name a million words out of a dictionary. It is so irresponsible to bring a child into this world knowing that you are an unhealed person who yourself dealt with some disabilities before you became into whoever you are today. And Papoose, being a man of a certain age, should be more in tune and know that that's irresponsible and not encourage that type of behavior. But apparently he's encouraging it and she's going straight for the gusto. And that's just my take on it.
Oh, that's a good point. Feel free to hang out, hang around. I'm gonna go to Bronze Sugar and see if she's coming up. Bronze Sugar, you're on mute. Just hit your microphone one time. Welcome.
Well, hello, happy holidays, Queen Palace.
Happy
Congratulations
holidays.
on your over 18 million views, Queen Shiba, darling.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I came up to speak on the question. Me, myself, I was raised without a mom. And as a teenager, what I did, I just emulated older women, older teenagers, young women that I admired or I liked. And I really liked Oprah. I tried to be like her at one point. And as a mother, I'm just a combination of people in my past, and I just treat my daughters how I wished somebody would have done me if I would have had a mom.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you feel like it's instinctual when a girl or a young lady doesn't really have a prominent mother figure in her life? We're going to say motherless daughters, because motherless daughters doesn't necessarily mean your mom isn't there, but maybe there's not that deep maternal connection. Is becoming a woman, in your opinion, a learned behavior, or is it instinctual?
For me, I'm going to say it was learned. It definitely wasn't instinctual. My mom, she was not there. And the person that was supposed to be my mother figure was very toxic and hateful. So I just tried to do everything opposite of what she did. But for me, it wasn't. Like, I just emulated a lot of females in my life that I admired, and like some, people on television and stuff like that. It wasn't instinctual for me. I'll just say that.
Okay. Well, hang out. Simone Wealthy, welcome. Are you coming up to answer the question? I can put it back on the screen. A man posed a question.
No. I have questions, but I don't know. I don't think I can answer that because that's not been my experience. I had so many wonderful women in my life, so I can't answer that, unfortunately. That question in particular, but I just have questions in regards to Claressa, because although some of her antics make it easy for people to kind of make fun of her, because she does sound crazy half the time, but clinically, with knowing that she didn't speak till she was 5 years old, all the things that we're learning, does this make her like mentally challenged? Like someone who, because although she speaks whatever, a lot of stuff, it just doesn't make sense. A lot of the things that the rhetoric that she's speaking in interviews and interrupting, the recent interview, it just doesn't make a lot of logical sense. Would this be someone who would be clinically diagnosed as, I mean, I don't know the proper term, because she was, okay, because I've always felt a sadness for her, although it's easy to, roll your eyes at her and stuff, but I always knew I like something, I always just kind of looked at her as slow, and I know that may not be
Now, well, she confirmed that
politically
for
correct.
you in
So,
her interview with Shannon Sharp when she talked about being delayed in various aspects of her life as a young lady and not really having. It reminds me of Maya Angelou. I know why the cage bird sings, and maybe she couldn't. She refused to talk because she had been violated before age 5. So when we take that into consideration, you get what I'm saying? I know why the cage bird.
yeah, I learned. I'm sorry, I came in late to your, so I didn't hear the very first part of the interview. I came in probably in the middle ways, but wow, it makes me sad for her. I mean, although she's doing some things to shoot herself in the foot, and Papoose, he's trash to me. You're dealing with someone, he knows what he's an intelligent man. He is just using her. But this, I'll drop back down. I just had to ask that question. I'm like, she's really legally, she's mentally challenged. She should have
that would be a yes. And let me just say this really quick. But you got to remember, in the Black community, we don't really tap into the resources. We ignore it, or we pray the child through, or we just kind of put them in special ed classes. And that's about as much support as we give them, as opposed to the specialized support that they need with people who are trained to be able to speech therapists, work with the kids if there was a speech impediment. And we heard her say her grandmother worked with her, but we didn't hear her say, they placed me in this program. I had an ABA behavioral person to work with me. I got tested on this. We skip all of those things we're supposed to do. And guess what? There's free aid for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But sometimes we rather sweep it under the rug so I don't have to deal with it. And I'm gonna let her go and grow up like this and kind of go from man to man to man. But she's bringing in money for the family. And as long as I get to eat off her plate, we're going to pretend she's normal. That's it. That's all.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
I agree. It's sad. It almost makes me want to cry, because it's like, dang, she doesn't have anyone. I mean, Jesus. And everyone around her is everything that you just said. They're using her. They're going to use her until they use her up, until the money stops flowing in, and just discard her.
And that's why you need therapy when you are violated as a child, when you are abused, or when you witness abuse. Some people think, well, my kid wouldn't touch, but did they see you get touched? Did they see you get cursed out? It doesn't matter if you bounce back. Did they see it? So
right.
Have those strategies to not attract that. So she, when you say they're going to use her, she's been used when she was violated.
Gosh.
So you repeat that pattern over and over and over again, even if you think you're in control, which is why we see a lot of the aggressiveness. If I'm going to have sex, I may as control it. You going to give me a baby. You going to do this and do that. And it becomes like somewhat dysfunctional and unattractive. When we look at her and we say, something's off with this female species. What is it? She never got the help she needed. So she's become an aggressive form of herself to protect herself when she couldn't when she was a child. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. It makes 100% sense for me. Gosh. Yeah. I could see her having, if she had a supportive Black woman in her life who would try to help her and give her the help she needs. But unfortunately, her mom's not that. Her grandmother, it sounds like she may have passed away. Yeah.
When mama let him do it and put her out, sent her with grandma. And that's why she just said it in the interview. She said, mama chose the man. I got sent to grandma. And then after 5, grandma started working with me to get me to speak, because I never spoke, but I had my thoughts. So that's horrible. And that's how people become schizophrenic. That's how people become crazy, quote unquote, because they have to come up with an identity in order to survive the trauma that they've gone through childhood. Come on, can I get an amen?
Whew, yeah. Yeah, amen. I mean,
Amen.
it makes me just, I just feel so sorry for her
Amen.
now.
Yeah,
Mm,
that's it. I
mm,
mean, but don't
mm.
be sad. It's the truth of it. And if we talk about it more, we can identify it quicker and we can start to put some shit in place in these communities. We say, hold on now. And we can start kicking these sorry ass women out of friend groups and say, hold on. Because just like y'all want men to hold men responsible for being deadbeat dads, let's hold other bitches responsible for being deadbeat moms.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Her mother definitely failed her.
Yeah.
But
So,
unfortunately, that happens a lot in our community. These women, they pick. You hear the stories, all the cases that are going on right now. Women leaving their children with guys they've been dating for a month or two, leaving them to babysit while they go to work. I mean, you hear it's so many stories. We don't put our kids first, and not all of us, but in so many instances, you can look at some of these cases that are in the news right now. It's to me, the mom put a man in front of the child, and
her story.
horrible things happen to these children.
That's her story. And mama wanted the man and kept the man, which is why she fixates on taking papoose. The man must be kept under all circumstances. That's it. That's all.
Oh, Jesus. Well, I'll have to go back and look at the rest of this interview because definitely opened my eyes to a lot of stuff with her.
And if you have YouTube, what do they call it? Premium, you can summarize the video. I pay that extra $20 a month, 18, whatever, 19 a month, so that I can click it and it actually summarizes the video for you and go to the highlight parts. If you're a content creator, y'all taught me that when I was trying to play videos and we kept getting all those commercials. And y'all were like, come on now.
Yeah, I got it. I didn't know I could do that though. I've been having premium for years. I just didn't
Yeah.
know I could do that. Okay.
It's a little star, this little asterisk star thing. You click it and it says you can like click all of these options. So I click summarize the video. It'll give you timestamps of the highlights, right? That the computer has picked up of the videos. Therefore, you don't have to watch the whole video. You can click particular timestamps for your audience. See, I just gave y'all something free.
Okay. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Thank
All right.
you.
Let me go to Side Eye Sage to 7 and then Lady Rose second, Bronze Sugar. What are your final thoughts on today's conversation?
I do think that it is unfortunate that, nobody really helped her. I think her grandmother did the best that she could with whatever resources that she had at the time. And if we look back, and I have personal experience with this, if we look back at the treatment of people with special needs over the last 30 years, we've come leaps and bounds now, but especially in underprivileged communities, there really was not a lot for the kids. Dumping them in special ed, unfortunately, was like what they did for the children. There wasn't a lot there. In terms of Claressa, though, at this point now, she can afford to get therapy. She can afford to start unpacking like the things that happened to her that, have brought her to who she is today. And I think now, instead of feeling like, okay, I know I've got some stuff in the closet that I should deal with, I feel like she kind of leans into it and makes this part of her bravado. I just don't think it's sustainable. And I think ultimately, the way she's moving is she's bound for like a really bad crash out. And I don't want to see it for her, but I feel like she's making her choice. She's planting her feet on who she is now. So,
yeah,
it is what it is.
I agree. Lady Rowe, what are your final thoughts just based on everything you had time to take in and then your own thoughts compiled with that? You're on mute, Lady Rowe, but she could be. There she is.
I've enjoyed this live. I think it's a great topic.
Uh-oh, we lost you, Lady Rowe. Can y'all hear?
I'm sorry.
Lady Rowe, we lost you. Hold on. I'm gonna take you down and then come back up. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. Her audio. That's okay. Sometimes we have it when, these damn technology things. Bronze Sugar, final thoughts. You're on mute. You gotta unmute. Bronze Sugar. What do you hit your microphone one time? Bronze Sugar. Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, Bronze, you gotta unmute. Hit your microphone one time. Bronze. You got to unmute your phone. I can't unmute you. You're on mute. Let me go to Simone. Simone, what are your final thoughts?
She may be frozen. Like I said, I came in halfway through, or I don't know where I came in at, but I agree with Sage. I think it's going to be a crash out and burn situation. She just doesn't have anyone around her, and that will be supportive of her and try to guide her towards getting the help that she needs. And honestly, I don't know how old she is, but she probably thinks nothing's wrong with her. She may be just dead set on continuing the way that she is and not listening to any, constructive criticism from anyone, especially a female, another mother figure. So I don't want to see that for her, but it's just going in that direction. And Papoose is not going to help her. He's not. He's just going to. I don't know what he's going to do, but he's definitely using her for sure. Hopefully, he doesn't dog her too bad.
It's too late.
Yeah.
Bronze, what are your thoughts? Bronze Sugar? She can't hear us. Bronze Sugar. I'm going to take her down. Bronze Sugar, welcome back. Can you hear us? Okay, she can't hear us. Let me kick her out and then come back. Okay, Bronze, you're going to have to come back up because I don't think you can hear us and you may have lost your audio. So I want to try to give, let me try to answer this question. I've been thinking about it and I'm not sure I can answer it, but I can try. When a mom isn't in her daughter's life, how does a woman learn how to be a woman? The first thing I would probably say, there has to be a level of want in place. And what I mean by a level of want, where you feel like there's something missing. And you start to seek that. You start to look for that by way in your friendships, your partnerships at work, your relationships with your teachers or whatever, right? And I think it's a combination of instinct and it's a combination of learned behavior. But a woman, child, or girl can be handicapped if there's any abuse that has taken place. I saw somebody put in the chat, we all have childhood trauma. Not all of us. Not everybody has gone through childhood trauma. So we have to be open to, there's some people in this world that have lived a life where they have not been, their childhood has not been traumatized. That's a good thing. We only know the world as we know it. So when we've experienced childhood trauma, we assume that's the norm for most people. And then we make statements like, everybody's had trauma. No, not necessarily. And that's why I said we have to stay curious about the rest of the world and not just the world we know. So I believe it's a combination of learning how to be and also instinctual and intuitive if and when you feel safe. I don't think Claressa has felt safe yet. So I don't think she's entered the part of blooming into a full-fledged woman, not biologically. Can she carry a baby? Absolutely. But then that takes me to Jen Lee Coy's comment where she says, biology doesn't teach emotional safety, emotional regulation. I'm adding on self-awareness, tenderness. Giving birth doesn't teach patience, empathy. Those come from reflection, growth, and intention, not from having had a mother myself. And those are her words. See, I didn't even see all of her thing. But I said there has to be a level of need and curiosity established, right? It's not even specific to women that haven't had a mother in their life. It can be specific to men that haven't had a proper father figure. See, you don't let somebody play with you and fuck up your life because they have not. That's why I call pick-meshas the have-nots. You can't come around here fucking shit up because you have not experienced what it feels like to be loved. You can't come over here beat motherfuckers up because you have not learned how to tame your anger. That's why I call them the have-nots, right? And a man can be a have-not too. The problem is we are more apt and more prone to make excuses for these men than we are for the women. Oh, when it comes to the women, the rules apply. You better get your ass in that box. You better do right. You better shape up or ship out. But with men, well, he was never loved right. All he needs is love. And I'm going to love him. It's the same effect. It's the same outcome. Toxicity. Don't ever let nobody play on your heart and your time. Man or woman, if they are broken, you are not their therapist. You let the therapist fix them. Your door should be closed because there will be havoc to play. I mean, they will wreak havoc. As soon as Papoose can't break up with Claressa. Claressa will have to break up with him. You understand what I'm saying, Sage? He's going to have to convince her it's her idea.
Oh, yeah. Otherwise, he ain't getting away.
Pretty much. It's going to be devastating because she can beat him. And that's a day, like this girl, she's full of rage. And I'm not talking about her bad. She just haven't worked through those childhood traumas. And that's a dangerous game when we say, well, everybody has trauma. It depends on the type of trauma. Do not be opening your doors to trauma. Childhood trauma will unalive you. Childhood trauma will sexually assault your children. Childhood trauma will stalk you. Childhood trauma will dox you. So fuck that. Get your traumatized ass back over there to your side of the fence, because over here, that's not an excuse. Go talk to somebody. And I feel like it's not her trauma that makes me concerned. It's the level of aggression that enters the picture when she talks, period. Oh, hold on. You seem like the type that's going to fuck up some shit, that's going to beat up some shit if you don't get your way. So you know what? Buy trauma. Get your ass over there. I was riding with you when you said your mama did this and your daddy did that. And I'm not just talking about Claressa. But when you talking about fighting and hurting and doing this to somebody, no, I can't understand it. I can't get with it. I can't make no excuse for it because you got more than enough money. You're not the average bear. You can go see somebody. The rest of us got to be like, how much? Well, how much you charge for an hour? Ooh, $250. Oh, let me call you back. You got that. Sit your ass down somewhere, leave that married man alone, and go get help. But she's not going to get help. That's too much work, y'all. That's why a lot of people float around on excuses. It's too much work to tell somebody your story and talk about that. But I'll go on to Shannon Sharp and say it because it's going to give me visibility. But I don't really want to work with a therapist through that shit because that's going to require some self-reflection, accountability on how I'm showing up. Somebody in my face telling me that another woman's husband is not my blessing. Oh! And I might want to fight in this motherfucker. That's all I'm saying. That's why people don't go to therapy when they have the money. Lanisha said, I can see her saying square up. Yeah, you can't be, yeah. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put them people in my business. Yeah, because you got work to do. That's it. That's all. Thank you all for tuning in. Y'all, this was a hell of a conversation. Bravo Cat said, I really love therapy. To me, it truly cures all of your issues, but that's just my opinion. Not everybody's open to therapy. And also, let's just talk. Can we talk? Can I be honest with you? Therapy is only one modality of support. Therapy, watch this. And even if you go, and I'm not talking to you, Kat, I'm talking to everybody. Even if you go to therapy, it doesn't mean that it's the right outlet for you, because there's two things that therapy requires: your ability to communicate verbally and your ability to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the fucking truth. So out of 100% of people that do raise their hand and say, I go to therapy, only probably 30% has walked in that fucking office and said, I'm the problem. I've sabotaged my relationships. I am a deviant. I'm a saboteur. I like to manipulate to get my way. The others, 70%, this is what's happening to me. They walk in as victims, looking for solutions to problems that they feel other people are creating. Very rarely will you ask a therapist. Ask a therapist that can come up here and not give any names or not violate HIPAA and say, how many of your patients, what percentage of your patients are really a fucking problem? Thank you, Betty. Betty says, I'm a therapist. I've had many clients refuse to do the work. Boom. Betty, there's an intake, right? When they call and they pick up the phone and you say, what's the problem? That's called the presenting problem, right? Because the therapist doesn't really know until you come up in there, so they have to take your word. So that's the presenting problem. Y'all don't know that, but that's in the data. The presenting problem is the reason you call. But once the therapist gets to working with you, they get to diagnose your ass based on their expertise and say, she ain't stressed. She's a manipulator. She's a narcissist. Betty, what percentage of your patients have you found to be the problem? What percentage? And in order for a therapist to help you, you have to be willing to tell the truth. That's it. That's all. So the first step is getting to a therapist, picking up the phone. The second step is telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Even if it means snitching on yourself. And a lot of y'all being there manipulating the hell out of those therapists, telling only half the story. That's it. That's all. Faith said, yeah, they do turn into the blame society. That's it. That's all. So I don't think Claressa being in love with a married man who matter-of-factly says, you gonna give me a baby. You gonna give me a baby in 2026. I don't see a person like that walking into a therapist's office, raising their right hand and saying, I'm wrong for this. This is not the ideal way to start a family. Hell no, that conversation is not about to happen on that couch. She takes too much pride in being in her relationship. You heard her say on the Breakfast Club, I've been with him almost 2 years. Remy been with him almost 20, girl. That's still her husband. We've moved on with our lives. That's old news. You know the grandeur, the grandiose you have to wrap yourself in to tell yourself that a man who's still married, his wife is old news. His wife is his fucking wife until she's not his wife. You know the level of narcissism you would have to say that's old news and deem yourself the one and only. You know the level of crazy you have to be to sit on the Breakfast Club and say, I don't play second fiddle to nobody, all while dating a married man. You know the type of crazy, you two types of crazy to take to a platform and say, I'm about to have a baby and start my family. You crazy as hell. That type of person ain't going to therapy no time soon. Sage?
You ain't told a lie yet. And if she does get in therapy, she's going to do nothing like you said, but either try to bully the therapist or manipulate the situation and make herself the victim in the situation. And she does a little bit of both now. So I can imagine her really crashing in therapy if pushed. And the other thing is, too, we don't want to be endangering our mental health professionals with people who really are prone to violence. And this girl is a boxer. She has threatened to fight regular people in their DMs over opinions on the internet. We got to keep our therapists safe too.
Yeah. And she does get in your DMs. If she catches, I know for a fact. Don't ask me how. I'm not going to tell you. I know for a fact if Claressa Shields catch you slipping, talking slick about her, and she don't like it, she does pull up in DMs. And that's why I say, don't run up on me in the airport. I don't know no damn Queen Sheba. Shit. So that's it. That's all. It's been a hell of a conversation. I really enjoyed talking about this and breaking it down, and I hope I was fair. But Claressa, you need to get help. You need to get help. Somali, I don't know no Queen Sheba. People get us confused all the time. No, ma'am, that ain't me. You talking about that lady on YouTube? Nah, I get that all the time. Damn. Nice to meet you, Claressa. What you say your name is? Look, I'm gonna get real. Your name is okay. I'm gonna get real ghetto. What you say your name is? Claressa. Nice to meet you. That ain't me. Hold on. Why are you running? I'm not Queen Sheba. Damn. Yeah, I know who you talking about. I don't even fool with that lady like that. And we gotta protect the therapist too. I'm for real. I just feel like, I don't know. It's been a hell of a conversation. That's it. That's all. Y'all have a good day. I'll probably come back a little bit later with more commentary for you. Stay tuned. Thank you, everybody. And listen, if I don't, you all have a Merry Christmas. Oh, wait a minute. I have one more super chat. I almost missed it. I have another super chat that's up on the screen. Let's go. Okay. Sharice Christian 3094 says, look, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. You too. And thank you for the 60 piece and the pepper. All right, y'all. Have a great day and Merry Christmas, everybody.